Okay, folks, welcome back to Action Figure Imagery. Today we're having a look at Mer-Man, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Mer-Man, Ocean Warlord. I've reviewed Mer-Man before on this channel, but that's the original vintage Mer-Man in Origins form. This is the cartoon version of Mer-Man in Origins form, Filmation Mer-Man. And we're going to, later in this video, we're going to have a comparison between this Mer-Man and the original. And he definitely looks just like the cartoon Mer-Man. Looks like he came right out of the Filmation cartoon. As you see the packaging on the side, right there, side view again. And on the back of the packaging, City Beneath the Sea, based on an episode named City Beneath the Sea. And you see the accessories he comes with: the trident and the Pearl of Power. And there's the images on the back, the figures on the back. And you've seen Mer-Man inside the packaging. Now let's have a look at Mer-Man outside of the packaging. Okay, folks, here we have Mer-Man out of the packaging. And as you see, his only accessories that he comes with, accessory-wise, is his staff and the pearl right there. No sword, no yellow sword this time. As most fans in the past would say, is corn on the cob sword. It looks like a corn on a cob. The old yellow sword is not with him this time, but it was never shown in a Filmation cartoon anyway. And love the way the trident is done, the staff, whatever you prefer to call it. This looks like it was pretty easy to make. The pearl in a cartoon, I think Mer-Man refers to it as the Crimson Pearl, but when you look at the mini comic, and I think on the back of the packaging too, that Mer-Man comes with, I'll put that to the side now before it falls down to the floor. It's called I think the Pearl of Power instead of the this is the mini comic he comes with, by the way, and it's not. But I think in the Filmation cartoon, I think he referred to it as the Crimson Pearl. As I can try to do a Mer-Man impersonation real quick. Make him. I remember him saying something like, "Behold, behold the power of the Crimson Pearl," or something like that. I remember that line, and try to sound like Filmation Mer-Man. It's like, "Behold the power of the Crimson Pearl." So he sounded like he has mouthwash in his mouth. And that's my best Mer-Man impersonation. And now let's have a closer look at the actual figure. We're done with the accessories. Look-wise, I'll let you get a closer look at the figure. And he's in the same skin tone shade-wise as the cartoon version of himself. There, you can open that up and take the battle armor off. And in the slideshow, you'll see comparisons between this Mer-Man and the original Origins Mer-Man figure, which I've also done a video review of. And I'm sure you ones that have been collecting these figures already know about the articulation, but as usual, I'm going to go over the articulation for the newbies, for new people that may not know about these figures. And we'll start with the head articulation. Go up that much and down that much. Arm articulation, you can move it around a little bit. Circle, no articulation right here in the shoulder, but you can bend his elbow. Has a swivel at the wrist. You can turn the waist line. No articulation, no upper thigh swivel. The next point of articulation is at the kneecap, and then after that is the pivot and ankle, and right here you can turn and twist like that, and you can also bend it down too, like that. Okay, pretty cool figure. When I first saw them, I wasn't interested in the cartoon figures at first. I was so satisfied with the Origin figures. At first I was deciding not to purchase these cartoon collection figures, but now I've changed my mind. I think I might like these cartoon collection figures better than I do the actual Origins themselves. And speaking, excuse me, had to sneeze. It's the first time I ever sneezed in a video. I guess I'll have to put that down in a blooper video. If I ever make a blooper video one day, that'll be in a blooper video, so expect to see my sneeze. Okay, but back to Mer-Man. Yes, back to the cartoon collection figures. Period. I'm thinking I'm going to be a cartoon Masters of the Universe collector from now on. I think I like these figures as much as I do Origins figures. And now that you've seen Mer-Man out of the packaging, let's take a look in video form. Now let's take a look at Mer-Man in picture form in the slideshow. Okay, folks, here's Mer-Man in the slideshow. As you see, the Ocean Warlord description that's normally in the vintage line, the cartoon collection at the bottom. And you see, just like the vintage figures, they come with the bent knees, like the vintage figures, packaged with the knees bent like the vintage figures, but when you release them out of the packaging, you can unbend their knees and pose them like modern day action figures. That's cool right there. And you'll see that there's not much of a height difference between these cartoon, and there's Mer-Man when you open the packaging, what he looks like. Not much difference between a cartoon figures compared to the original Origins figures, height-wise, that is. You'll see in a moment when this Mer-Man figure is compared from a height standpoint to the original Origins, and that's not a good picture right there, by the way. I apologize for that. There's a little bit better right there. You see him with his trident right there. Cartoon Mer-Man. And I can't, well, there I did. Yeah, I did take a picture with him with the orb of power orb, not orb of power, the pearl. It is the pearl. There he is next to Origins Mer-Man, the cartoon Mer-Man next to Origins Mer-Man. You see, as you can see, there isn't much of a height difference, despite the fact it seems like the cartoon figures seem a little bit taller than the original Origins. But when you compare the two, not only do you get a look at what differences and similarities are between, and there's a cartoon Mer-Man with the original sword, Mer-Man's original weapon, by the way, as many people say, the corn on the cob sword. And they're the two Mer-Mans with each other's weapon, even though they're the same character. But you can pause and you can see the differences and similarities between Filmation Mer-Man and the toy. And that's my attempt of putting the Filmation, the vintage head onto the cartoon figure body, and it doesn't look right. And there's the cartoon Mer-Man's head on top of the body of the original vintage Mer-Man. As you can see, there are different shades of green also. I never noticed that. And there he is to a Marvel Legend next to a Spider-Man Marvel Legend. I can't remember which Spider-Man that is. Maybe Pizza Spidey, I think, from Marvel Legends. And there you see there, well, the cartoon collection figures are just a tad bit taller than the Origin figures, as you can see a little bit. I think now that I look at it, they're not the same height. The cartoon figures are a little bit taller, and it seems that way now. And maybe just a little bit, not much, but maybe just a little bit more taller, a little half centimeter taller than the regular Origin figures. And there's Mer-Man's only two accessories that he comes with: the pearl and the trident. And there he is. You've seen these pictures before in a previous video with Teela. Just in case, if you have, for those of you collectors who are cherry pickers, you don't want to purchase every character. There's certain characters you want to purchase those. For those people that didn't look at the Teela video, these pictures right here were in the video with Teela. But I'm putting in just in case if someone decides they don't want Tila, but they want Mer-Man. So that's why I did this. These pictures right here, as I'm sure many of you, if you've looked at the video with Tila in the previous video, you saw these pictures already. Just repeating them right here for the Mer-Man video for comparison shots. And in a cartoon, it always seemed like that they were all the same height, that everyone was the same height, male or female. But that's not the case with the toys. As you see, Mer-Man looks as if he towers over Tila, and there you see the scan image of the card back. And City Beneath the Sea, where the is based on, the artifacts are based on. Perilous Power, Mer-Man and Stratos. See Mer-Man with both of his accessories in his hand. And there you see Mer-Man is using the pearl to look like destroy. He wants the whole planet of Eternia to be covered in water. And Stratos is there to stop him. Mer-Man, you've triggered the staffs. Oh, it went on to me. And there you see Mer-Man's people and the princes of his people right there. And there's the end of they defeat Mer-Man. Mer-Man's defeated at the end. And see the back of the cover. And the figures that are available in this particular wave. And then you see the instruction sheets of the parts that can be movable on a Mer-Man figure and swapped out. And that's it for this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Everyone have a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video.